my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Former Minister of Sports Solomon Dalung told Channels Television that the appointment of Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of the former leader of the defunct Biafra, Chief Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu-Ojukwu, was an effort by Tinubu to build alliances across the country, particularly with the Southeast, ahead of 2027. And Dalung was saying that the changes in ministerial appointment is basically with the eye on 2027. Now, if that is the case, if that was the thinking of Tinubu in appointing Bianca Odumegwu as an Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, is that going to shift any needle in the capacity of the Southeast deciding who to vote for in 2027? First, let us understand one thing. If we are going to conduct the next election with the present Electoral Act, if that is what we are going to use in the next election, this present Electoral Act, and the INEC is this same INEC that are going to conduct it without major changes, we can as well canonize President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and just swear him in so that we don't waste taxpayers' money in the name of conducting an election. Because for an election of 2027 to have any sense of credibility, we need to have an election with a seriously amended Electoral Act. Electoral Act that will not give so much leverage for INEC to do as a like. We don't want any Electoral Act in which INEC can decide to do manual collation, they can decide to do digital collection, they can decide whichever one they like. That's utter rubbish. If that is what we're going to do in the next election, it is as well, let us just allow the election, let them just announce President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president, or they can as well do what the governors are doing across the country, or just write the result of the local government election and give it to the State Independent Electoral Commission chairman to go and announce. If that is what we want, because that is exactly where we are going. If we use this same Electoral Act to conduct the coming election to 2027. But if we are going to conduct free and fair election in which there is serious amendment to the Electoral Act, in which electronic transmission of result, electronic voting and electronic transmission of result is not optional and it's mandatory, okay, then it means that we are ready to conduct free and fair election. And if that is the kind of election we are going to conduct in the coming 2027, I do not think that appointing Bianca Odumegwu is going to help Tinubu build any alliance with the Southeast. Let me say it here. Southeast is perhaps the most sophisticated voters we have in Nigeria. Of course, it's subject to argument, but I can tell you for free, I have studied the pattern of votes in Nigeria. I can tell you that Southeast has remained the most sophisticated. They don't vote out of sentiment. They vote based on what can achieve results. Like if you look at since 1999, all the presidents that Southeast voters voted for, they have turned out to be the best we have since 1999. And all the voters, all those that Southeast rejected, have been the worst that this country has ever produced. Southeast voted for Obasanjo. Southwest rejected Obasanjo. But Obasanjo is probably the best president this country has ever produced since 1999, going by the impact he made, taking over from the military, and the foundation that he laid going forward. Alhaji Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, that the Igbos voted for overwhelmingly in 2007, is also one of the best that we have ever produced. Of course, he didn't live long to be able to compete with Obasanjo's ranking, but he left indelible footprint. If you look at the Niger Delta ministry that Tinubu just scrapped, and the amnesty program, how he was able to unify the country, bringing peace in the Niger Delta, and start the process of cleaning up of the Ogoni area and all parts of Niger Delta that needed rehabilitation and rebuilding. Okay, he set up a whole lot of structures to see that Niger Delta does not feel neglected in the scheme of things in Nigeria. Okay, he is excellent compared to what came after him. Then you look at Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, that the Southeast also voted for overwhelmingly. In fact, Southeast was so sentimental, yet, but they voted with their brain, knowing that he was the best. And what happened? Jonathan's record still beat the best of the APC that took over from him. He is now a reference point. Nigerians are now wishing that APC can return them back to the era of Jonathan. Okay, so it shows you that the Southeast is the most sophisticated voting bloc in Nigeria. They always vote for the best. And if that is the case, I do not see how they will change, okay, at this time to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. If that is the agenda, okay, it's not going to work. Because in 2023, you know that they voted overwhelmingly for Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, who also happens to be the best presidential candidate in 2027. And he is also the candidate that many people, most discernible Nigerians, including foreign observers, including the BBC including the BBC and others who were able to see objectively, knew that if that election was fair and fair, it was Peter Obi that won it. But he was not announced as the winner of the election. The Independent National Electoral Commission announced Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC as the winner of the election. But you can see that the Southeast was also very strategic in understanding who was the best candidate in that campaign, in that election year. So the Southeast has always been picking the best for Nigeria. And any candidate they rejected has always turned out to be the worst thing to ever happen to Nigeria. They rejected Buhari. Look at the record of Buhari. They rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Look at the record of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Southeast is, without dispute, the most sophisticated voting bloc in Nigeria, because they vote for the best. Now, going to the issue of can they be swayed because Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu has been appointed minister. I don't think so. It's not going to shift a needle at all, because they are going to vote based on the records of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The records of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his handling of the country, the economy, his treatment of the region, and everywhere in between. That is what is going to determine where they will vote. So Bianca Ojukwu her appointment is immaterial. That's not the way Southeast. That they don't do like that. Okay? Perhaps the government has other motive. They appointed the woman, but if that is part of the basis that they want to build alliance with Southeast by appointing Ojukwu's wife as minister, I don't think it's going to make any difference as far as I can see it. That's my take on this. But what do you think? Do you think that it's going to shift the needle in terms of building alliance between Southeast and Tinubu in 2027? Because Bianca Ojukwu's wife is now in his cabinet. What do you think? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.